Hi, alright, Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we came to Ardenweald, and we were introduced to Lady Moonberry, who is quite the trickster, and supposedly she knows the Winter Queen, and said that she would introduce us as long as we did some tasks for her and helped her out around Ardenweald. So we chose to do that, and we coaxed a giant bird that was on a wild seed, I believe they're called. These wild seeds have slumbering nature spirits within them. And supposedly due to the anima drought, all the wildlife in Ardenweald is going a little crazy and trying to harvest the anima from these seeds. And that's what Lady Moonberry is kind of trying to stop. So we helped her out with a couple of quests. We're also introduced to Spriggans. One Spriggan actually led us into a giant cat's den and tried to slay us, but we defeated the giant cat named Granny and the Spriggan tricksters that were there with them also. And after that, we were introduced to this big guy named Droman Tashmur in Tirnavale, and supposedly the Winter Queen is coming to Tirnavale, and we'll get to be introduced to her soon, I guess. So let's continue questing and see what Ardenweald has in store for us. The ripples of time stretch across an eternal sea. Spirits of the Glen. This is the quest we want to do. Spirits of the Glen. Animals of the forest, mortal souls, given form, frolic in the glen. Their anima, a boon to the wield, given freely as rain on the leaves. But danger lurks in the shadows. A dark storm of malice and enmity tears at the trees. Creatures seeking shelter find only peril. Rescue them. Dreamweaver. Troubled wind sweeps across Tirnavale. The boughs tremble in concern over the queen's arrival. All must be as it should be. Dreamweaver's wings droop with the weight of worry. Chaos swirls around the wild seeds under his care. Calm the churning waters of the grove. Bring harmony to the discord. And let Dreamweaver flutter once more. So we have to speak with
We have a lot to do before the queen arrives. No time to waste.
Alright, so it looks like we gotta do some stuff before the queen arrives. Looks like it's gonna take us some time. We're gonna have to do a lot of stuff before we meet the queen. It's like that with every zone. If you want to meet, the leader, you have to prove yourself as a worthy person of meeting them. So here we go. Let's have a little chat with Dreamweaver.
Need any? No.
You're new, aren't you?
No. This won't please the queen at all.
Not a fae, not a soul, nor are you bound for a wild seed. And the Droman sent you here to help me? Well, this is just very interesting.
Dream on.
Shooing wildlife. It's a pleasure to see whatever species you are here within Ardenweald. Shooing wildlife. Things are chaotic here in the tranquil pools. I'd been devastated if the Winter Queen saw this. This is meant to be a peaceful place where we give anima to wild seeds, but with the current drought, starving beasts have encroached on the pools and are trying to feed on the anima themselves. Sadly, we need to put them down, or else they may endanger the spirits within the wild seeds. So it looks like we have to protect the wild seeds.
Take care. I speak for the spirits.
We infuse wild seeds with anima from the anima cones we collect from the surrounding area, but the caretakers are missing, and we have wild seeds in need of an anima infusion. This is an absolute mess that must be corrected before the Winter Queen arrives. I've already gathered a basket of anima cones. Can you use them to infuse a few of the wild seeds? I'll show you how it's done, but then I have to look for the missing caretakers.
See you later.
So we got a bunch of quests to do. Let's deal with these anima-starved matriarchs. It's a shame that they have to be slain because they're just starving for anima. It's kind of sad that that's their only, I guess, food source. Never thought of that. Wasn't thinking that much. Well, let's pick this up.
Thank you, friend. These pools are anything but tranquil lately.
Yeah, that's for sure. So we gotta do all the dirty work. And it seems like the queen doesn't know anything. Doesn't know what's going on. Seems like she's been in like a big slumber for quite some time. They've kind of just been sleeping. People in Ardenweld.
Wild seeds need caretakers to give them anima. Without it, the spirits inside can't be reborn.
But the thing is, they've kind of all been like that. Like, the Archon and Bastion didn't really know what was going on. I'll admit, Crexus was kind of smart. He had a feeling that something was up. But Crexus wasn't the Primus. The Primus was taken out completely by Zoval, Jailer.
Since the drought started, there hasn't been enough anima to go
And
around.
the House of Rituals.
We've had to make some hard choices.
A giant bird here. Surprised nobody's like able to report to the queen to like tell her all this weird shit's going on. Like we have to be the messengers. Well, I guess they don't know. I would assume all these people in these like that live in these zones in the Shadowlands can't go to other places. Like they can't go to Bastion.
Hello there. Night embrace.
But the House of Rituals was able to do that.
Good. You finish up here. I'll look for the missing caretakers.
Yes, the House of Constructs was able to invade Bastion, so they are able to go to other realms. But I guess it's kind of weird. I really don't know. I'm just assuming they would know that something's up, right? And wouldn't that be the responsibility of, like, those people in Ouroboros to keep the realms up to date on, like, what's going on inside of the Shadowlands? Like, just a lot of negligence. It's why it's a mess. No one's doing anything, and then you have to do all the work to clean it up, pretty
I've
much.
seen things that would scare you shellless.
So I gotta get rid of some stuff here. Sell some trash.
Not
hopefully,
everything in the ocean is as good looking or nice.
Hopefully everything works out here. I'm kind of figuring out like who the Spriggans are. They seem to be like the bad guys
The
in
plants
Ardenweld.
ate them? Not again.
It's a pleasure to see you. Okay, shooting wildlife. Normally, I would require help from whatever race you are. Ah, my apologies. That was rude. Yeah, she's always... For some reason, this
Enjoy
guy's
the
always
journey.
asking me about my race. Ah, my apologies. That was rude. Please understand that Ardenweld is home to souls from across all of the mortal realm. It's hard for me to keep track of every race that arrives here.
Be at peace.
Fine, work. We mustn't stop tending to the wild seeds that the Winter Queen has chosen to be saved. Now, perhaps you can lend me a hand with another matter.
Float on the wind.
Belly full of fae. The local flora have gone somewhat wild during this anima drought. It seems they swallowed most of the young fae who were tending to the wild seeds here. At least now we know where they've been. Oh, don't worry, this isn't the first time this has happened. We can last quite a while inside those plants. Take my dagger, use it to cut through the shrewberry, and free the other wild seed tenders. Hungry for anima cones. I have to apologize for the state of the tranquil pools. Normally, it's quite peaceful here. The wild seed tenders tell me that the plants you see walking around have eaten all the anima cones intended for use in Tir Naval. Or Tir Naval, I should say. Could you rip the anima cones out of those plants? We have wild seeds that are in need of that anima. So we have to recover a bunch of
See you
anima
later.
cones.
Use my dagger to open the plants and free the others. We'll meet you in Tir Naval.
So everything's just going amok. because everyone's anima starved. Like, these hydras are probably, like, nice plants inside of Ardenweald. They probably had their purpose. Now they have to be destroyed because they're hungry. Thanks, we're saved. We got some little guys here too. And these guys have the anima cones we're trying to get. These guys drop like a plague on the ground when they die. I feel like our hunter's getting a lot stronger too. Seems like. Alright, let's open this up here. Ardenweald's a nice looking zone though. I'll give it that. Still trying to wrap my head around the story. It's kind of, it makes like a little bit of sense. Like, I don't know, the way I look at it, everything's anima starved in these like giant forests called Ardenweald. So everything's going a little bit crazy. And without the anima, they start like attacking the wild seeds and anything that has an anima source within it. Oh, great, I attacked this moth for no reason. Poor moth. It's another poor animal inside Ardenweald. Getting slain for no reason. Yeah, I wonder what the Winter Queen does. Maybe she's like just sits in a giant slumber for like centuries. And like she only comes out when there's like actual problems. At the moment, my favorite zone and like storyline so far has been Maldraxxus, I would say. Interested to see where this one goes, though. I think it can get... It could, like... Probably is going to be, like, a twist to it down the road. Bastions was alright. It was kind of cool seeing, like, the Forsworn, like, come into Bastion, and also seeing, like, the House of Constructs coming into attack as well. It like started off all peaceful, and then it just became a giant war out of nowhere. I gotta res our pet here. I used to dag dingo dying like that. Usually you can just go on, you can just fight forever. With all the loot she's got. I feel like my character's getting stronger too. I can tell it's like my gear's getting much better. Especially since we're like in the third zone. What are my item levels? Yeah, it's over 100 now. My item level is 111, so it's getting up there. And so this should be the last devouring Hydra we have to cut into. Now we have to turn these quests in. Yeah, they put me right to work. These fairies.
We've all been eaten by plants before. It happens.
Belly full of flay. Great work. This should help get the tranquil pools back to normal. I admit I had thought the worst when I couldn't find any of the tenders. I'm glad they were only eaten by the local vegetation.
Be at peace.
Have you found the anima cones? They're still useful, even if they're a little slimy. Trust me, the spirits don't mind as long as they get their anima. The anima cones. In this time of drought, we have to scourge for every bit of anima we can get. Thank you.
Dream on.
One special spirit. You've been a huge help to Tierna Vale. I need to bring this anima to one of our newest wild seeds. I'd love for you to come with me. It's only fair since you're the one who recovered the anima cones. I'm quite excited for you. Let's go.
Take care.
Yeah, let's see
Come.
what
We'll show you how
See
to
this new
care
wild
for
seed.
a wild seed and watch its spirit dream. Let's start with a younger one.
I wonder what
It
nature
arrived
spirits
just
are.
before the drought and needs a little extra attention.
Like what type of characters
The
would come
wind
to
lifts your
Ardenweald?
wings once more, Dreamweaver.
I would assume druids come here. Seems like a
All
druid.
thanks to our helpful new friend.
Druid, like afterlife. Oh, look at all these wild seed tenders here. I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen.
What brings you here?
Isn't this great little wild seed? It will be many years before it returns to its plane. Go on, take the anima cones you found and infuse it with anima. I'll take the anima cones and infuse this wild seed with their anima.
Night embrace you.
Oh, gosh. I swear we just sold a bunch of stuff. Now it's full of junk again.
Step closer and don't mumble.
You also got
Come back with some better stories.
got a couple new things to put on. Some boots. We got a trinket. Not bad. I'm levels up to 112 now. I'm gonna sell some of this
Greetings,
gear we
sir,
got just
and
to
or ma'am.
get some space back. There you go. Had to get rid of the kilt. It's too bad. Get rid of this trinket too. This ring. Keep all the other stuff though.
Fine, leave. I was done talking to you anyway.
Alright, let's give this a try.
Welcome.
So now we have the infused anima cone. I guess we have to infuse this
A nightmare
wild
is
seed.
afflicting the spirit inside this wild seed. Poor thing must have met a violent end. A touch of anima should soothe it. Once its dreams have calmed, we can... Wait. The spirit is bonding with you. This hasn't happened since... well, since I can remember.
It's kind of
We should
weird.
tell the Droman. A wild seed bonding with its caretaker is a rare and joyous occasion. This isn't good. The spirit's nightmare still lingers. Whatever could have happened to it?
Look at this. This is kind of a cool little zone here. I'll take a screenshot. So the seed seems to be in a nightmare, and it's, I don't know, somehow connected with us. I wonder who's in it. So now we have to, I guess, go back out. Have a chat with this Dorman Tajmer guy.
The grove beckons.
One special spirit. Starlight shines within Dreamweaver, radiant and serene, and two rivers meet in a lush delta. A wild seed and a mortal, both new to the forest, bounded by spirit and by fate. Long has it been since the bows beheld such an event. The Weald will be watching.
Spread your wings.
Alright, so it looks like we did something good there. Let's see who this guy is. I am Tiernan. I am the forest, kin to the trees. When the Winter Queen stretched out her hand and created Ardenweald, we were among the first to grow. We dug our roots deep and lifted walls high. We built the groves the Tiernan serve, until the immeasurable breadth of time is spent, and we return to the cycle. Alright, well that's kind of cool.
Leaves fall.
So I think I'm going to, I think I'll call it here. Looks like we've helped the wild seed get its anima back. We also helped all the caretakers of Tir Vale. In the next episode, I guess we will check out the spirits of the Glen and see what's going on with Ardenweald. And maybe we'll get to see the Winter Queen, maybe not. But that is the end of this episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.